welcome back. Today is a very special build that I wanted to show you. This build was actually inspired by a very nice lady. She has a new channel. You need to check her out at Southern Pine Sims Designs. She had built a cabin that she stayed in Tennessee that she had fallen in love with, and it inspired me to do a build of the actual cabin I lived in. I rented this cabin near the Gatlinburg area for over a year. I lived in this cabin, and this is a very, very close replica of the cabin. You're looking at the back side of it here. It actually was on a creek just like this, without the area across the bridge, obviously. I did add on the gazebo, but the rest of it is almost identical. This cabin is special to me because it was before my youngest son was born, but this is where I spent the last 4 to 5 months of my pregnancy and the first several months of my youngest daughter's life, and this is actually where I brought her home to. So it means a lot to me, this cabin. And it has a basement that's a walkout, but the actual first living level is going to be on the second floor. So you walk up those stairs on the deck and you come in this doorway here. The stairs were a little different in real life. They're more of an L shape, but it really does resemble this. And you'll see the staircase as soon as you walk in. There was a little area there to hang coats, and there actually was a bench there. So I tried to pick things in the game that looked pretty similar to what was there. And then off to the right of the entryway, there was a half bath. Now this cabin was originally, there was a twin cabin beside it built for people just to stay in short term as guests, and then they ended up renting it out as long-term rentals when we got it. So when you see the bedrooms, you'll realize why they're all the same size, and there are lots of bedrooms in the home. This is the great room. It did have everything you see here. I was really into red at the time, so I wanted to add the red accents that I actually had in the home by using the red couches and lamps. And then there was maybe a little bit of a darker wood over here that I had used, but it resembles the table and chairs and even the buffet over there with the wine rack. And then right over here was the cutest little kitchen. It did have a couple more cabinets, but I wanted to have this sink in here with the window over top. I mean, it really does, it looks pretty much like what my kitchen looked like. So this is bringing back some pretty good memories for me. Now coming through here is a little hallway, and you're going to see 2 bedrooms. Now when we moved in, again, the bedrooms all had king-size beds. They were all identical. There were no closets. I used this one as our bedroom, the master bedroom, because all of the bedrooms have their own bathrooms, I think except for the ones in the basement. So this was just the same type of bathroom that's throughout the whole house for the other bedrooms, just a simple 3-piece bath, and just a simple bedroom with a king-size bed, dresser, nightstands, and a TV. Now this was a little different. There was a little bit of an L at the end of the hallway, but I had to put the doorway to my daughter's room onto the master bedroom because, of course, in the game, we cannot make L shapes. That's one of the only tweaks I had to make for the home, but this is where I brought my little baby girl home to, and this looks just like her bedroom. It's unreal. Her crib was there. I had a nice recliner there. I spent a lot of nights in that recliner. She had a little shelf there, and of course she had her own little bathroom over there just like the master. Because it was originally built as a vacation home, I think that's pretty typical in that area where most of the bedrooms have the ensuite baths for that purpose, so that, you know, if multiple couples want to rent it or a very large family, there would be plenty of bathrooms. So coming back through the great room, this is exactly like the porch. We had the grill there, rocking chairs, and the hot tub. We even had the tent in the backyard that we would sleep out in at night just because, you know, just to pretend like we were camping. Because particularly we had that creek there, and it was so peaceful that sometimes the kids would just sleep outside in the tent. It was a wonderful place to live. We really enjoyed it. But that's identical to the great room. And then you come up the steps here. Now this where you see the glass, that was actually all open. But we can't do that on the game, so I had to put the windows there. But the rest of it, the actual shape of it, if you take off the windows, that's what it looked like when you look down from the balcony upstairs onto the great room. And you can't see it in the game, but as you looked out those upper windows, you could see a beautiful view of the creek and the trees as well. So that's what it looks like from that angle. And there was a little hallway here, and then you came into my then preteen daughter's room. She was 10 and 11 when we lived there. Originally, this bedroom had 2 double beds in it, obviously for guest rentals, but we took one of the beds out and made her a nice TV area over there on the other side with her beanbag chairs. And of course, she had a few other objects scattered in the room, but I have the furniture covered here that she had. She had a lot of toys, a couple of doll houses, things like that. And she had, of course, her own ensuite bath upstairs as well. So I didn't want to overclutter the room, but put this together and add normal teenage girl things, and that was her room. So coming back down the stairs here, obviously that is the first 2 levels of the home. There was actually a door here that underneath these stairs, you went downstairs to the basement, but we can't do that in the game, so that was tweak number 2. I had to make the walkout basement stairs, non-existent. You just basically have to go in on ground level. But there was a set of staircases there underneath the top stairs, if that makes sense, but we just can't do that in the game. There's me playing pool with a friend. We did have a pool table right there, and right over here we had the L-shaped couch, the recliner, the TV, the floor lamp. I mean, I tried to place everything exactly where it was. That was where my husband and I worked from home, over there in that area. And then my daughter, as she got a few months old, she had a little play area there. And then over here we have a little galley kitchen. This is set up identical to what it was. We have a laundry area over here. And this kitchen area I used for extra space for food if we went to Sam's or Costco. But the fridge itself, my teenage son used, and he had a microwave over there too. This was his room, my teenage son's room. He's not a teenager anymore, but he was when we lived in this home. And he had his computer, a dresser, he had his bed over there. I mean, this is really, really set up just like it was. And he was always in that refrigerator. So I tried my best to keep it stocked. And then he had his own bathroom here, and that's the only bathroom in the home that was not attached to a bedroom and had a glass shower enclosure. Now, when I told you when we were upstairs there were no closets, well, we made one. We took out the king-size bed that was in this bottom bedroom right here, and I bought some wall units, and I made a family closet. So we had the laundry over there, so you just had to come through the door and hang up the clothes. This was a very, very nice idea. It made things very simple. Of course, there were more racks in real life, but you get the idea. I took this bedroom that was unneeded and made a family closet out of it. And of course, you could walk out that bottom door there, out to the wonderful lawn where the creek was, and I told you about the tent. But I thought when I was building, it was just a bare sidewalk over to that area there on the lot here. Well, I didn't have that in real life, so I thought, what can I put here? I decided to put a pretty gazebo. And the reason being, I used to sit out there on the decks on the house and wish that was there. So I thought, well, I couldn't have it then, but I can have it now. So I built a beautiful little gazebo here and surrounded it with landscaping and lights inside, those fairy lights, and I just love it. So thank you so much, Southern Pine Sim Designs. I love your channel. I love looking at your builds on Facebook. You're wonderful. So I want you guys to really seriously check out her channel. She's very talented. She is a beautiful decorator and designer, and she's a new channel, and she really is worth checking out. So I really appreciate you guys watching this and walking down memory lane with me. This was a very, very fun build. I enjoyed doing it, and I have to admit, a few times I got a little teary-eyed. Sorry, because I miss my kids being babies. But take care, guys. Love you. See you next time. Thanks for watching.